Your morning news now. The head of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention believes face masks are the key to slowing the spread of the coronavirus in the United States. Yesterday, CDC Director Robert Redfield said if everyone wore one, the outbreak might be brought under control within 2 months. His comments come as the country's COVID-19 death toll rose to over 136,000.
And this allows us to continue with caring for patients who live in the region.
A donation of face shields will help keep healthcare workers in our area safe. Mayo Clinic Health System in Onalaska accepted the donation yesterday. It's part of a nationwide effort. Every Kia dealer in the U.S. is supplying personal protective equipment. The Trump administration has removed a rule that would have required international students to transfer schools or leave the country if their colleges held classes entirely online this fall because of the coronavirus pandemic. The plans drew sharp criticism and lawsuits from universities and states, including Wisconsin. Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg has once again been hospitalized. The 87-year-old was admitted to Baltimore's Johns Hopkins Hospital on Monday. A statement from the court said she would undergo several days of treatment for a possible infection.
Well, clouds are moving back into the area from south to north. Some isolated showers and sprinkles far south this morning, but we do have a front that's sitting just to our south and east. A little disturbance is going to ride along it, so some of that rain you see down across Iowa will move back into parts of our area today. Cooler temps as well, with highs only in the 70s.
The federal government has carried out its first execution in almost 2 decades. 47-year-old Daniel Lewis Lee was killed by lethal injection yesterday at a federal prison in Indiana. Lee is the first death row inmate to be executed since 2003. It comes strongly opposed from the victim's family following a series of delays and legal challenges related to the coronavirus pandemic. The government is scheduled to execute 2 more men this week. 31-year-old Timothy Young of Spring Grove is pleading not guilty in the shooting death of an employee at a bar in downtown La Crosse. Young is accused of shooting 19-year-old Anthony Fimple in the early hours of June 27th at the La Crosse Beer House, formerly known as the Twisted Moose. Young is being held on a $1 million cash bond. Judge Elliot Levine found there is sufficient evidence for the case to go to trial. Roads in our area would receive more funding under a new bill passed by the House of Representatives. Congressman Ron Kind has voted for the Moving Forward Act. The bill pledges $500 billion in spending for roads and infrastructure nationwide and in Wisconsin. 25% of the state's budget for transportation comes from federal funding, and its next step is to be voted on in the U.S. Senate. The La Crosse Bar and Restaurant Relief Fund is extending its effort. Sprout for Kids Foundation and Pearl Street Brewery will now run the fund through the end of the year. So far, nearly $21,000 has been donated to support bars and restaurants in our area. The fund's Facebook page is where you can find information about the effort and upcoming events. A quick reminder that this is the last day for filing taxes after the extension. If you need to do them last minute, there are some key things to remember. Have all your paperwork organized and ready so that you can access the information easily. Use reliable tax software and check with the IRS for its approved list. Lastly, be sure to watch out for scammers who may see an opportunity to take information, as some people file today. Happening today, 2 drive-through job fairs are providing a safe opportunity to land a new position. The first starts at noon in La Crosse in the Logan High School parking lot. And starting at 1, a separate job fair starts at the Eau Claire County Job Center. Those stopping by will get a bag filled with details about job opportunities.
And you get to the water's edge, and a lot of the woes of the world just kind of float away for a time.
The Wisconsin DNR says there has been significant increase in the amount of people buying fishing licenses this summer. Between resident and non-residents, there are about 136,000 more licenses than last year. The department says with people cooped up, fishing is a great, affordable way to get outdoors.
Well, it's dry this morning in La Crosse, but clouds starting to creep back in from the south. Now it's refreshing. 58 in Eau Claire, 59 in Winona, 65 in La Crosse. Still mild and muggy over southern and eastern parts of the state, though. 72 in Madison. Cooler today. Still a chance of showers and isolated storms. Nothing like we saw yesterday, though. Cooler with highs in the 70s, back in the mid-80s tomorrow, but still not overly humid. Nice summer day, but warming up and also increasing humidity by the weekend.
Thank you so much for sharing your morning with us. We hope you have a great Wednesday. We'll look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow morning. Stick around now for CBS This Morning.